everyone! We are in yet another week of lockdown in Auckland. So this weekend we decided to try something a little different. Instead of going through our archives and edit videos, we decided to create something new from home.
Great!
So some of you may have noticed that we have been calling out our Altra shoes in our adventures. We even have some friends reaching out to say that they've been inspired to get their own pair too. So thanks for your support. We don't get any commission, but it's still nice to know because they are really great products that we love and truly believe in. Last weekend we had a call with my family back home and my dad randomly asked,
So what's so good about Altra?
after explaining to him, we decided, hey, why not just create a video and capture everything that we have shared.
Reason number one why we love Altra is because of its 4-foot shaped design. It has a wide toe box, so our feet can be in their natural state with the toes splayed out as opposed to being squashed. As we run, this gives a more powerful toe off, propelling us further and faster. And this is called the
Foot shape technology. So basically, foot shape technology means that Altra designs shoes shaped like feet.
And it's particularly helpful for folks like me with wide feet.
So another reason why I really like Altra is that they are women-specific shoes. That's what they call the Fit for Her technology. Their women's shoes are designed differently from men's shoes because our feet are anatomically different from men's. Our heel is narrower, our instep is higher, our arch is longer. What this means is that my shoes are meant to be proportionally different in design from his shoes. So it's great to know that my shoes are designed based on my needs for my enhanced performance.
Reason number 3 why we love Altra so much is because of its zero drop technology. So let me show you what this means with my favorite trail running shoes, Lone Peak 5. The distance of the heel versus the distance of the forefoot from the ground is 0.
A lot of other shoes do not have the zero drop technology. The heel is usually higher than the forefoot, and because of that, it gives you a false sense of security that your shoes are very cushioned. But it's not allowing your feet to do what they were meant to naturally. So our feet basically have a natural suspension system in the form of tiny bones that cushion the impact when we land on the ground. When kids run barefoot on the grass, they instinctively land on their forefoot and let the feet do what they're designed to do. Even though your brain thinks the thick cushioning is safe, it's not going to be able to withstand the body weight pounding repeatedly on the pavement, and that's how injuries happen when the impact of landing without your natural suspension system goes up to your knees. That's when you get like knee aches, foot problems, even back problems.
So what Altra aims to do as part of its purpose is to enable humans to move naturally. So it designs its footwear to match how humans are meant to run, as opposed to undo thousands of years of evolution.
What I like about Altra's zero drop technology is that there is a range of different shoes with different cushioning. You would have shoes that are very minimalist, like for instance the Superior, one of my favorites, but you also have the Paradigm, which has very thick cushioning so that it cushions your landing and prevents fatigue. Despite its thick cushioning, it's still zero drop.
So I love running. Despite having double ACL ligament surgery, I still want to keep active.
It's a great reason for me to run as naturally as possible to prevent new injuries. I've tried other shoe brands, but I would end up having knee aches after long runs. So it's been a great change.
What catalyzed that change was reading this book, Born to Run, by Chris McDougall, which explains in great detail
How humans had evolved and how running hundreds of miles is all part of our DNA.
Do you remember the first time you ran with your first pair of Altra? I think it was your Lone Peak 4.
it's not here anymore.
It was a well-loved pair, right?
It's retired.
He was super excited to get his first pair of Lone Peak because he was excited to try this zero drop technology, and he thought it would be a good idea to break into his completely new pair of shoes on a run up Tongariro, which is 22 kilometers and maybe like 1,003 meters in elevation. Yeah, it's not a good idea. So I remember we would usually run like side by side, but he was just stopping and he was just saying, oh my god, my calves are cramping up. That's not a good idea because when you are so used to running on a heel strike, you are very used to using a certain set of muscles, and when you switch to a zero drop shoe like Altra, it would activate some of the muscles that have been dormant for the longest time.
It was painful.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people give up very quickly after trying their first pair of Altra zero drop shoes. I remember your calves were aching so much.
It's crazy. I've never felt a burning sensation that's quite as intense.
But the thing is, that's the way we are meant to run. We're supposed to use our calves and our hamstring muscles. Like our glute muscles will be activated when we land on our forefoot and kick off properly. I speak from my own experience as well because I've been a heel striker, and kind of like him, I had my ACL surgery on my left knee, and I was trying to recover, but then I had a lot of knee problems, like knee ache problems. I knew that if I were to continue running with a heel strike, it's a recipe for disaster because my knee would have to take a lot of the direct impact. In the past, every time I run, my quads would be aching, but I wouldn't feel a thing in my calves and my hams. But after starting to run with Altra, yes, I was convinced after his experience, but I transitioned slowly from like a short 3 to 5k to longer distances, and that's when I realized that, oh my god, I actually do have like calf muscles and hamstring muscles that I never knew existed. I've done my first 100k in this pair.
Nice.
The Altra Superior 4, I love it. I survived, but it's a bit light for it. But it's my favorite. I don't know, maybe I'll try the Lone Peak for my next 100k.
So following that conversation that we had with Dad, her sister asked, why can't other brands design zero drop shoes too?
Basically, my sister was asking, why is there such a huge design flaw and nobody's fixing it? And I remember I was kind of caught by surprise. My answer was, I guess in our world there are a lot of things that are supposedly good for us, but commercial companies are not creating them because maybe there's simply no demand. It's hard to switch to a natural way of running because it's so painful at first. I think it took me about 3 to 6 months. It's kind of similar to how we all know that sugar and vegetable oils are bad for us, but there's still a lot of companies producing them, maybe because it's cheaper, or basically there's still a demand for it.
I think it needs to reach a critical mass for big brands to take notice and start designing to what the consumers demand. So if you're an Altra fan like us, you're part of a niche group who understands how the human body works and how to run naturally.
Yeah, when we're out on the trails or even when pacing, our shoes do get attention from fellow runners. They would say, hey, where did you get this? I've read so much about them, are they good? I heard that it's quite hard to transition to it, the odd calves ache.
Our answers to them was simply, it takes time, but give it a shot. It's brought us to incredible, faraway places by being able to run many kilometers without injury, without pain.
Yeah, without blisters too.
Oh yeah!
We're finally back out exploring Auckland's regional parks. Thank you for watching our video till the end. If you have any questions, let us know.
If you've tried Altra before, we'd love to hear about your experience in the comment section below.